Jack Whitlow. Mayor Whitlow was not at the home at the time of the fire. Victoria police released new images of a man accused in a bank robbery. It happened Thursday afternoon in the 7,000 block of Northeast Zach Lintz Parkway. Police say this man went into Prosperity Bank just after 4 p.m. with a note demanding money. He left with an undisclosed amount of money. Also wanted is Anthony Moreno. He's wanted on a parole violation in a family violence case. He is on parole for continuous violence against the family. He's 39 years old, height of 5'8", 205 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. The Victoria Crime Stoppers is also looking for Crystal Vea. She's wanted on a probation violation on a drug charge. She's 39 years old, height of 5'3", 198 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. If you can help locate, police want you to help them locate Crystal Vea or Anthony Moreno. Call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. The Luther Hotel is under contract to a nonprofit with plans for demolition, but a Houston investor wants to buy it and restore the hotel. The counteroffer has stopped the demolition for now. 25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick has more. Adarius.
That's right, Karina. Judge Ben Hardin paused the demolition with a temporary restraining order Thursday. After the Palacios Preservation Association protested for the Luther, an investor stepped in to support the group financially. Nick Herman says his family has history with the hotel, so he wants to help fight for it. The Ed Rachel Foundation purchased the land from the family of the deceased owner when he died with no will. The group and investor plan to restore the Luther, and the foundation started by its owner to pay homage to Herman's family and the deceased owner. Back to you, Karina.
Thank you, Adarius. Now let's take a look at your forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Howie Gordon, who says this weather is much like the weather back when he lived in Alaska. So give that what you will. Howie.
Well, it was the last couple of days for sure, especially with the wind chills knocking us down into the 20s. But here we go. Into the 50s today. I'll take that. That's very comfortable. Very nice today. First day I haven't worn my jacket since I think Monday or Sunday when we had that nice weather. Winds have come down. We are gusting away to 25 to 30 for a couple of days. Really knocking wind chill temperatures down into the 20s and maybe even cooler in some spots. Tonight though, or this evening, we'll be in the 40s. Overnight dropping down excuse me, to 35 degrees. Because we're that lack of cloud cover and that cooler air pushing down from the north. But we're going to see some warmer weather, and we're going to talk more about that coming up in a little bit. Karina?
Thank you, Howie. China's foreign ministry claims the balloon the U.S. suspects is spying over the Midwest is a weather balloon used for just research. Beijing saying the civilian airship deviated from its planned course because of winds. But U.S. officials continue tracking the balloon, saying it traveled over from western Alaska over to Billings, Montana, where it forced a stop at the city's airport.
China now taking ownership of the high-altitude balloon flying over sensitive northern U.S. airspace, referring to it as a civilian airship used for research, mainly meteorological purposes. Beijing saying it deviated far from its planned course because of winds, but U.S. officials tell ABC News the balloon appears to have steering capabilities.
The balloon continues to move eastward and is currently over the center of the continental United States. Again, we currently assess that the balloon does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground at this time.
Images captured over Montana's skies show the balloon the U.S. suspects is conducting surveillance with a payload that's roughly the size of 3 buses.
Balloon, it seems so brazen and just so insane to me.
Experts, though, saying Chinese satellites would be able to collect anything this balloon could, if not better. The balloon setting off a scramble at the White House as officials look at options to bringing the balloon down. President Biden was briefed on the situation, agreeing with recommendations by military leaders against shooting down the balloon due to the risks that may pose against U.S. civilians.
If the missile misses, or even if the missile hits the balloon, it could send hot shrapnel down on civilian areas.
On Capitol Hill, growing political pressure on Biden from Republicans. Montana Representative Ryan Zinke tweeting, "Shoot it down." Officials tell ABC this isn't the first instance China has done something like this, although it is unusual how the balloon is flying over the continental U.S. and able to linger over an area. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced he's delaying his planned trip to China. A U.S. official saying they didn't want this balloon activity to dominate the meeting. M1, ABC News, Washington.
Every Thursday, the CDC puts out the latest COVID-19 community transmission levels for counties throughout the U.S. Victoria, Calhoun, DeWitt, and Lavaca counties' COVID-19 transmission levels dropped from medium to low. The CDC also lists Jackson and Goliad counties at low COVID-19 community transmission levels. One person is dead and another injured when a semi-truck loaded with ice cream crashed into them on a North Texas freeway early Friday morning. Two vehicles stopped to help, and Good Samaritans were trying to keep traffic away from the rollover when an 18-wheeler tried to brake, hitting the people who were blocking traffic. One Good Samaritan died and the other was critically injured. The driver of the semi-truck was taken to the hospital and released. The driver involved in the initial rollover crash was also treated and released. Two human smugglers, both under the age of 16, crashed during a high-speed chase in Frio County, Texas. A 15-year-old smuggler led troopers on a car chase, but due to wet road conditions, the driver lost control of the vehicle, and the passenger was a 12-year-old runaway involved in human smuggling. An illegal migrant also found and transported to the hospital with injuries. The vehicle the smugglers were riding in was reported stolen. The teen driver was being charged with human smuggling, evading arrest, drug possession, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Pam Health Specialty Hospital of Victoria North Outpatient Therapy hosted a Go Red event for women. The event's purpose was to raise awareness amongst their patients about women and heart disease. Patients walked in a fashion show and even did a few workouts. With all the fun, they learned about what heart disease is and how to prevent it.
We do have residents here that are affected by heart disease. But that's what we have our nurses here. You know, they tend to them. We have their wellness checks, their appointments that they go to, and we have very heart-healthy diets here for our residents.
Patients and staff covered themselves in red from head to toe. Brother Gary Moses even stopped by the fashion show. Now, the Crossroads Heart and Stroke Walk is tomorrow. The walk is to celebrate heart and stroke survivors, as well as raise funds and encourage physical activity. Which brings us to your viewer poll this afternoon. Scan that QR code right there on your screen to participate. Do you plan to attend the 2023 Crossroads Heart and Stroke Walk Saturday morning? Because I will be there, and I take a look at those results, and 4% say yes and 96% say no. We want to keep on hearing from you. Remember, come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate. I will have an update on what you and your neighbors are saying on 25 News Now at 10. And stay with us. Coming up on 25 News Now at 6, a 24-year-old man is arrested in Dallas and charged in connection with the pair of missing emperor monkeys. Also ahead, a school nurse and a Spanish teacher are fired after having relationships with their students in Missouri.
This week on Community Crossroads, we hear from the Museum of the Coastal Bend, Victoria ISD Education Foundation. We also learn about empty bowls and the Victoria Livestock Show.
There's a lot going on at the Livestock Show.
A lot going on, and it all kicks off when?
Okay, we have some pre-show events on February 11th, starting with the parade and the barbecue cook-off. And the following weekend is the Queen Victoria pageant, along with the commercial heifer show and sale.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends. And with over $500,000 in prizes given away every month, Palace Bingo is the place to be. We've got more chances to win. We've got cash payouts nightly. Palace Bingo in Victoria. Cash payouts nightly. Fantastic food and fun for the whole family. Come out for the fun and stay for the cash. Palace Bingo on Houston Highway in Victoria.
Palace Bingo, where winners take home over $500,000 each month.
Be a winner at Palace Bingo on the Houston Highway.
Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends.
This is your 9th album. 9 feels like a small number compared to how tired I am.
Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough.
You sing with your whole body. That's like a aggressive hummingbird.
Another song is perfect.
I wrote it when I was pregnant. I just wanted a chance to explain myself before I screwed it all up.
Pretty, pretty, please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect.
At Ventura's Tamales, we wake up early every morning to bring you fresh quality artisan food made with the same touch as your grandmother would at home. From corn to masa, masa to tamale, then steamer to plate, we utilize the freshest ingredients to ensure flavor with every bite. So what are you waiting for? Dine-in, drive-thru, pick-up, or curbside. Artisan quality tamales at Ventura's Tamales in Victoria. View our menu online at venturastamales.com. Unwrap the flavor.
Tune in on Sundays at 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. on KAVU Channel 25, Suddenlink Channel 4 to view Our Lady of Victory weekly service.
$250 migrants arrived at this building in the Woodlawn community Thursday, where they say they will stay there indefinitely. But some people were not too happy about it. Two men stood in front of the bus they thought carried the migrants to the shelter in an effort to block it. Meanwhile, residents in another Chicago neighborhood called Little Village say they will welcome the migrants, asking the Chicago mayor to relocate the migrants there. Since August, thousands of migrants have arrived in Chicago from Texas and Colorado. A 24-year-old man arrested in Dallas and charged in connection with the suspected theft of a pair of emperor monkeys that were recovered unharmed this week in an abandoned home after they vanished from the Dallas Zoo. David Arvin was arrested late Thursday night and charged with 6 counts of animal cruelty to non-livestock. He is being held at the Dallas County Jail, but it is not clear if he has a lawyer. Meanwhile, in Louisiana, a zoo reported the weekend theft of 12 squirrel monkeys. In less than a month, police in Missouri arrested 2 high school employees accused of having romantic relationships with students. The suspects are both women. One is a former Spanish teacher, the other a school nurse.
A teacher, someone in a school setting that's an adult, should never have any type of relationship, romantic sexual relationship with a child.
Megan Brown is the co-founder of Hope Found of Northeast Arkansas, a nonprofit to stop human trafficking. She said these incidents at Kennett High School are concerning.
Being vulnerable because they're a child. Of course, there's other vulnerabilities that can increase someone wanting to prey on another person.
Former Kennett High School Spanish teacher Lindsay Marshall was arrested and charged with 2 counts of Class C felony of sexual contact
It was a Spanish
with a student.
teacher and a nurse.
Weeks later, officers heard rumors of an, quote, inappropriate relationship between high school nurse Candace Johnson and a 15-year-old student.
Any kind of report like that, we're going to take seriously, and we're going to do a thorough investigation. If it turns out to be a rumor, that's great. We don't feel like we're wasting our time. This is what we do. This is our job.
Johnson was arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree statutory rape and 2 counts of sexual contact with a student. Now, parents are urged to speak with their students about avoiding sexual and inappropriate relationships with school employees.
I encourage parents to have honest conversations with their students, with their kids, and say, you know, anything like this, have you ever been approached, you know, by a faculty member inappropriately? Let us know about this.
What are healthy boundaries and unhealthy boundaries? What are healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships?
Litter might have played a role in the death of a massive whale in Honolulu. Crews used heavy equipment to bring the whale onto the beach over the weekend. During the 15-hour probe, officials say they found at least half a dozen hagfish traps in various plastic bags in the whale's stomach. The director of the lab says they've never seen this much fishing gear inside a sperm whale in the Hawaiian waters. They say the items found inside the 56-foot-long mammal could have played a factor in its death. Alrighty, grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls, get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest. You can also submit news tips, videos, and photos.
Our nasty weather conditions seem to be going away for a little bit. We'll talk all about it coming up in a moment.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Victoria All Sports, South Texas's largest family-owned sporting goods store. Having served Victoria and surrounding counties since 1971, we're proud to continue to meet your firearms, hunting, fishing, camping, and outdoor apparel needs. Our friendly and knowledgeable outdoor experts can help you pick the perfect equipment for your next outdoor excursion, and that our in-house gunsmith services are available long after your purchase. Come get geared up at Victoria Allsport, located at 1902 Houston Highway, right here in Victoria.
No one thought he would run. A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
How do you evade capture for 25 years?
Now, join the global manhunt. Have you seen this man? Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
To everyone who sees anyone bullying, don't just watch. Act.
Together, we can put an end to bullying.
You can learn more at disney.com/choose-kindness.
For months, we've been saying that Fred Loya can save you more money on your car insurance. But just how much more? In recent months, people who switch from Geico and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance have saved over $1,500 a year. State Farm customers who switched to Fred Loya saved over $1,600 a year. Allstate customers saved over $1,100 a year. That's a combined savings of over $240,000 a year. So start paying less. Call or visit FredLoya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
All right, we'll start off in Cuero like we do so often. Beautiful, beautiful place. Now, we took on some sunshine today, a little bit of cloud cover, but the sun warmed us up very nice today, a lot better than what we've seen since Monday when those storms and fronts started moving in to the area. 58 degrees today, not stuck in the 40s or the 30s. We should be as warm as 67, 1927. Very warm year because we've seen a lot of 90s for record highs over the course of the last few days. Temperature-wise, right now, here we are. Mid-50s on the coast, move away from the water, still some mid-50s, around 50 degrees. So what happened? High pressure is pushing down on the atmosphere. That's a warming effect. Sunshine warming us up. Very nice. But without that cloud cover, though, yeah, we could cool down into the 30s overnight. So next couple nights and mornings could be a lot on the chilly side. We still have that wind out of the north, the air out of the north pushing in, that cool, dry, sinking air combined with the heat escaping into the atmosphere at night. Yeah, that could pose problems for chilliness overnight and into the morning. Dew point temps not too bad in the mid to upper 40s. Here's our winds. Now, these have come down. We had the high moving in. We had that boundary pushing up, the tugging and pulling. We were seeing 25, 30 mile per hour wind gusts. When you have temperatures in the 30s, that becomes really nasty. I say nasty a lot, but that wind goes right through you. You can't stay warm. But now the winds have come down. The temperatures have gone up. So yeah, the wind chill effect really not a factor anymore compared to the last few days. All right, high pressure has moved in, boundary pushed off. High pressure clearing the skies. I talked about it again, clearing the skies for lots of sunshine. The push down effect is a warming effect. But again, at nighttime, yeah, with the cooler, dry air pushing down, the heat escapes into the atmosphere. But as the high scooches off to where it is, off to the east, a couple days from now we'll see a return flow of that warm, moist air out of the Gulf. Temperatures will be on the rise right through the weekend and beyond. But I say beyond because you move to the middle of next week. That's right, we're tracking another boundary. That's going to come in. That could bring showers as well as a drop in temperature, but nothing like what we experienced the last 4 days. Might knock us down to around normal, 64, 65, 68. Here's our future tracker. Now with moisture pushing in by Saturday into the Gulf, yeah, we could see some showers out there over the open waters, but really staying inland, staying mainly on the dry side. Most of that rain activity, again, will stay out there over the open waters. 52 for our water temperature, but look what happened here. Bays are now smooth after small craft advisory for the last 3 to 4 to 5 days. So a lot better out there in the water, but still, please be safe and be careful out there. In the 40s this evening, without that cloud cover and the cooler out of the north, yes, we drop down into the mid-30s, but then look at tomorrow. Look at that. Ooh, back into the 60s finally. Mostly sunny skies, Looking ahead to the rest of the week in Cuero, okay, that boundary I talked about comes down and knocks us down. Hey, we can live with those times. At least I can for sure. And in Port Lavaca, very similar. We get knocked down later on in the week. Look at it, Thursday, 64 and sunny. I'll take that. So 62 for Saturday, 71 Sunday, Monday, 74. The boundary comes down Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing showers and a little bit of cooler temperatures. But again, pretty much knocking us down to where we're supposed to be. For more weather, news, and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com, and that is free with any Android and iPhone. Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Howie. And now let's go to Sports Director Gina Perez.
Thanks, Karina. The UHV Jaguars finished up its doubleheader at Riverside Stadium. We see how they did after the break.
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click it. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
Hello, neighbor. Before you buy a home,
before you sell a home,
before you make any home improvements, call USA Foundation Repair.
A thorough and honest inspection is what you get from USA Foundation Repair.
We work with realtors and contractors on the front line every day doing inspections and repairs. Don't get taken to the train station. Get the USA Foundation Repair brand of approval. Call us today for an honest inspection.
25 News Now would like to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Go to the link on your screen for more information on how to download.
I found this Valentine in my mailbox. Is this from one of you guys?
I know who it is.
Just don't do anything nasty on school grounds, because if I can, then y'all can.
Bust the move.
With Home Chef, you're not just home cooking, you're home winning. Our fast and fresh meal kits are as fast to make as they are fresh to enjoy. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Every day we help kids navigate the realities of the world and make healthy, lifelong choices. Kids learn about alcohol, tobacco, and drugs in lots of ways, often from friends and siblings. While kids may hear lots of harmful information, parents do play a huge role in helping them make the right decision. Talking to your child, sitting down to a family meal at night just to discuss how their day went, or encouraging extracurricular activities can make all the difference.
Howdy, Crossroads. The basketball regular season is coming to a close and teams are fighting for playoff seeding and even just a playoff spot. Sports reporter Zach Brown is live to watch 2 teams jockeying for position. Zach?
Gino, we are in the Victoria East Gym. It is Parents' Night. It is also the final home game of the season as they get ready to host Gregory Portland. They are tied for that final playoff spot. And get this, the final game of the season. And Victoria East living on a prayer to even be in this situation. If you would remember, on Tuesday against Corpus Christi Ray, they were trailing with 2 seconds to go before winning at the buzzer on Tuesday. They are hoping to carry that magic and that momentum with them in this one. The season coming to an end, a loss ruins almost any chance of going to the postseason. Home court huge for the Titans. They are 5-1 on the year. They would love nothing more than to make it 6-1. A win, like I said, likely puts them in a playoff spot. I'm excited. Will they go to the postseason? We shall see. For now, Gino, back to you.
Thanks, Zach. The University of Houston baseball team hosted Mid-America Christian today in a doubleheader at Riverside Stadium. Unfortunately, the Jags could not get it going today in either game of the doubleheader. Mid-America took the first game by a score of 7-2. The Jaguars tried to bounce back in the game 2, but the bats for the Evangels were still hot. MACU would end the game, shutting out UHV. The Jaguars have had a roller coaster of a ride so far this season, and this is the first 2-game losing streak for the Jaguars this season. The Jaguars are 2-4 on the year after falling 7-0 today. Also signing earlier in the week was Cuero softball player Carmen De Leon. De Leon is a pitcher for the Lady Gobblers and is looking to add to her resume in the final season with the Mean Green. The senior has been playing softball since she was 7 years old. And wrapping up the signings for the rest of the week, J.R. Moore from Refugio High School is going to be a Cowboy. The senior played linebacker and various other positions for the Bobcats this season and was an anchor and leader on the defensive side of the ball. He was a contributing factor to the Bobcats making it to the state title game and beating Shiner twice this season. The Dave Campbell's Texas football super team was revealed and multiple Crossroads athletes made the team. The top running back on the list is El Campo and Texas A&M commit Ruben Owens. The second running back on the list is Shiner and also Texas A&M commit Dalton Brooks. The last Crossroads athlete to make the list is Cuero's Zyler Jones on the defensive side of the ball. Each athlete helped their team make deep playoff runs into the playoffs, and the super team features 40 of the top athletes in the state and were voted on by more than 900,000 people. Well, that's your sports. Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Gino. We're back in a moment. As of today, Bobby is 30 years old, 260 days old, making him the oldest dog in the world.
After an extraordinary news-making year, thank you for making ABC's This Week America's #1 news and politics show on Sunday mornings.
The Victoria Television Group is proud to honor our veterans, and we need your entries. Each month, we'll acknowledge a new veteran to salute. To submit, go to the Military Hero page on CrossroadsToday.com and help us recognize the deserving servicemen and women in our community.
Do you know an outstanding athlete in your area? Go to CrossroadsToday.com and submit your nomination for the Athlete of the Week, which is brought to you by Pepsi Cola. Then tune in to 25 News Now on Thursdays 6 p.m. news and Fridays 6 a.m. news to see who will be Pepsi's Athlete of the Week. Support local athletics and submit your Athlete of the Week on CrossroadsToday.com for any athlete in the Crossroads area. Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Pepsi Cola, the preferred partner of local athletes.
ABC News, honored for excellence with 41 Emmy nominations, the most of any news organization anywhere. Thank you for making ABC News America's #1 news.
Monday, it's time to suit up.
Let's go.
And touch down.
The things you do for love.
Whose love will make history?
Zach's dream come true.
And who's at risk?
Christina's trying to intimidate and manipulate.
Of going extinct.
Everyone is too scared to tell you.
I'm shocked. The fact that I'm here to find my best friend and I have to deal with it sucks.
Join us at First United Methodist Church Sunday mornings at 8:30 on KAVU TV. But if you're looking for a place to worship in person, we'd love to have you join us here at 8:30 and 10:40 in our sanctuary, or at 11 o'clock with Pastor Amanda in our Ignite Contemporary service. As society gets more and more back to normal, we hope that you'll join us for worship. We were made to worship in community. We pray together, sing together, share in Holy Communion together. Won't you come be the church with us at First United Methodist Church?
And take a look at the world's oldest dog ever. As of today, Bobby is 30 years and 260 days old. He's lived his entire life with a family in a rural village in Portugal. Dogs like Bobby usually live only about 12 to 14 years, but this purebred livestock guardian dog has beaten all the odds. In fact, when he was born, the family decided to get rid of the litter of 4 pups because they already had too many dogs, but Bobby mistakenly got left behind, and well, the rest is history. And with that, we go to the weather with meteorologist Howie Gordon. But first, Howie, 30 years ago, what was happening?
President Clinton was in office. What else was going on? I think we had a Gulf War that was getting ready to end. I was graduating with my associate. Well, I don't want to age myself here. No, I wasn't. I don't think I was born. I don't think I was born yet, right, Gino? But that is awesome. Bobby, God bless you, man. That is just magnificent. 30 years for a little puppy doggy. That is awesome. All right, one last look at our weather. 52 degrees for the water. Bay, smooth. All right, this evening 40s, overnight 35. Tomorrow up to 62. Looking ahead, we got the 70s. Then we cool down next week with some rain. Karina?
Howie, thank you, and thank you for joining us. Remember, we're streaming 24/7 on Crossroads Today Plus. We hope you'll join us tonight for 25 News Now at 10.